Carlo? Nandiyan si Carlo?
This is Alex, and this is his first day at his new job. He's a little nervous. We get it. But something here feels different. Something feels better. There's excitement everywhere. There's enthusiasm. There's a sense of camaraderie. Alex wonders what's going on. What's going on is that Alorica is a different kind of company. One that makes a commitment to its people first. One that was built around a single vision, to make lives better, one interaction at a time. This isn't just a people business. It's a people-to-people business. And if we want our team to make meaningful connections with others across the globe, they first need to be respected, understood, and empowered. So we encourage all our employees to grow, to pursue new ideas and interests, and above all, to become the people they want to be. People with passion, people dedicated to performance and to embracing all kinds of possibilities, and people that will help us to make a difference for our colleagues, our clients, our customers, and our communities. Alex doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be a big part of that difference. And hey, look, he's starting a softball team, making connections already. We love that. Engaged, energized, and ready to deliver insanely great experiences. That's what we're all about. And we get there by doing something incredibly revolutionary, yet painfully simple. We treat our people like people. Passion, performance, possibilities. Alorica.
Greetings from Grand Thornton, Philippines. We are the fast-growing division of the firm. Clients who are looking for credible experts in business process and outsourcing to bring their operations to greater heights can tap us for their back office work. We are offering a wide range of professional services tailored to current business realities and challenges. Hello, I am Paz Malubay. I am the head of Business Process Solutions. Let our unit heads share the services their team are offering and how we are helping in assisting our clients and prospective clients in elevating their business.
In accounting, we have around 60 CPAs who can provide quality services such as payment processing, bookkeeping, management and statutory reporting, and even hedge fund accounting.
Our payroll experts relentlessly help companies with their regular payroll, including government compliance. We have an online payroll system which is ISAE 340225.
Last but definitely not the least is our stock augmentation services, wherein we have almost 150 personnel. These highly skilled and experienced professionals are deployed to over 30 clients.
We are 300 people strong, serving both local and multinational clients. So, what exactly do we do at BPS? We provide accounting, payroll, and staff augmentation services.
We at Grand Thornton Philippines are very excited to become part of our clients' business journey towards greatness. You can go to our website at www.grandthornton.com.ph to know more about us.
For the past 5 years, we are growing at the rate of more than 10% in terms of revenue. We are with our clients every step of the way while offering the best pragmatic solutions because at BPS Grand Thornton Philippines, we are one.
Elsevier Philippines provides quality services to all Relix Group divisions worldwide. It started its operations last 2010. As the business matured through the years, so does our company's vision and mission. Equipped with comprehensive training and leading technology, our vision is to be the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talent, and leading technology. Our mission is to help customers gain insights and achieve results in faster, more effective ways. We support our business partners with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience which is aligned with our employee value proposition, valuing what matters to all our unique customers.
In 2014, we launched our employee value proposition, and that is value what matters. We value what matters to our employees by acknowledging that our professional, engaged, and fun people are at the heart of our success as an organization. We value customers by putting them in the center of everything that we do, helping them to gain insights and achieve results in faster and more effective ways. We value our stakeholders by providing them with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience.
We provide exceptional customer experience and contribute to help our organization become the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talents, and leading technology. We value our people and customers. Their hard-won loyalty is important to us. We commit to provide our customers the quality service they deserve by having the passion for winning. We practice boundarylessness by making every experience uniquely REPH through teamwork and collaboration with our customers across different industries around the world. We promote customer focus by putting our customers in the center of every decision we make, and we continuously find innovative ways to exceed their expectations.
As we now fully embrace the challenge of creating an effortless customer experience, all of us here in Reed Elsevier, Philippines, regardless of division or function, must contribute to improving the customer experience because everything we do impacts our customers. We all own the customer experience in every customer touchpoint, in every step of our customer's journey. Our global CX vision is to provide our customers with an effortless customer experience. This depends on every one of us as REPH employees, as well as RELX team members. You are the customer experience.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School, primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce, or PSC, and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed the Philippine College of Commerce, or PCC, in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree No. 1341 issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With the vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Proof to this are numerous research undertakings of the university. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. Has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes, and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities, an enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic youth.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1, Dynamic, Transformational, and Responsible Leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2, Responsive and Innovative Curricula and Instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3, Enabling and Productive Learning Environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, Holistic Student Development and Engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, Empowered Faculty Members and Employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6. Vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7. Global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers, as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8. Synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9. Active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10. Sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Pangarap ang nagsisilbitan lang sa madilim na yugto ng buhay. Kakambal ang determinasyon at paniniwala sa pagkabit ng matamis na tagumpay. Ito ang buhay ng isang propesor na nangarap, nanalig at nagsumikap upang maabot ang mga higit sa buhay. Saksihan natin ang buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Ako si Ben Andres, 60 years old, at electronics engineer my profession. Actually, ang aking nagmulan ay medyo malungkot. Lumaki kami isang baryo ng Lupao, Nueva Ecija at doon ay nakatira kami sa gitna ng bukid na kung saan pag kami pumapasok sa eskwelahan, kailangang bagtasin namin ang kabukiran, mga almost 5 kilometers, ganun. Galing ako sa broken family. Ang aking ama kasi, nasirang ama, ay isang foreman ng construction na medyo may pagka-womanizer kung saan siya madistino, nagkakaroon ng relasyon. Kaya nung medyo mapuno na yung aking nanay, hindi uwi kami sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya kami natira sa gitna ng bukid kung saan doon kami lumaki. Nung second year high school, nung mamatay ang aking tunay na ama, ay nawalan na kami ng konting sustento, kung kaya't natigil din ako ng pag-aaral. 5 taon na akong hindi nag-aaral noon at gumagawa na lang din sa bukid kung ano-anong trabahong makakatulong lang sa aking nanay. Nagkaroon niya ako ng stepfather at taga San Fernando, La Union siya. At doon, maraming pwedeng pagkakitaan sa San Fernando, La Union. At ang isang naging parte ng aking buhay doon ay nung ako ipasok sa construction ng Central Bank of the Philippines bilang regular na laborer. Nagtrabaho ako sa Central Bank of the Philippines at nung matapos yung project na yun, isinama ako sa Maynila ng aking mga project engineers. Atlantic Gulf and Pacific na Central Bank project, nag-umpisa ako bilang junior carpenter, gumagawa ng mga temporary office ng mga project engineers, gumagawa ng mga scaffoldings. Kung minsan naman ay ang kasama sa aking trabaho, nagiging kantero o mason ang tawag din sa amin noon, yung mga nagsisimento. So, yun yung aking naging trabaho sa Atlantic Gulf and Pacific noon. Nung dalhin nga ako ng agente rito sa Maynila, nagpasya akong mag-aral 3rd year high school. At tinapos ko yung high school ko in 3 more years. Meron akong kaklaseng nag-invite sa akin para kumuha ng entrance exam sa PUP. Sumama ako sa kanya. Maswerte namang naipasa ko, kaya nagpasya akong ang kuhanin, electronics engineering. Yun yung umpisa nun. Uwi ako ng Nueva Ecija ulit, nakiga pa sa Anihan para magkaroon lang ng pang-enroll sa second year. Second year college, mga around 23, ganyan na ako noon. Mga 23 years old na ako. At katunayan niya noon, kinakantsawan na ako ng mga kaklase ko. Kasi may edad na raw ako, bakit hindi na lang vocational ang kuhanin ko? Kaya lang, parang determinado ako. Nung nasa gitna ako ng bukid, madilim, merong bumagsak na bulalakaw, yung falling star ba, at nag-wish ako.
Balang araw, magiging engineer din ako.
Kaya parang pinanghawakan ko yun na sa aking pangarap, sa aking goal sa buhay. Parang pinanindigan ko na rin. Ang aking trabaho ay may kinalaman sa pag-print production ng mga instructional materials. Na pang-electronics engineering. Dahil yung aking professor na may-ari no. Kaya habang ginagawa ko, natututo rin ako. At yung medyo negatibong epekto nga, kulang ka sa tulog, na kung papasok ka as a regular student, may mga pagkakataong inaantok pa sa klase, at ang performance mo siyempre medyo nag-degrade din. Napapabayaan yung konting mga academic requirements. Pag ganun gusto kong magkaroon ng sapat na oras sa pag-aaral, so kailangang balancing ko lahat ng aking commitment. O siyempre dito, na nakapagtapos ako dahil walang ibang eskwelahan noon na talagang makakapagtapos ka ng engineering kung hindi dahil lang sa PUP. At naging mapalad din ako na ako ang isa sa dalawang unang na-produce na engineer ng PUP. Ako yung naging unang alumnus na naging department head ng electronics engineering. Ganun din, kauna-unahan din akong naging alumnus na naging dekano ng College of Engineering. Family-oriented dahil doon. At ganun din, sa buhay, hindi dapat maging hadlang yun para sa ating ambisyon. Sasamahan lang ng ating pagtsatsaga, susumikap, siyempre, yung ating spiritual na aspeto, huwag kakalimutan. Inaakibat ko sa definition ng success. Na yung success, considered na acronym, yung S, seeing myself as a successful me. Na ako, yung U, unique, hindi ko kino-compare sa iba. So, unique as me. Pagkatapos, C, I consider C as controlling myself. Then another C for success is complying myself to be an achiever. Ganon. And yung E, I'm educating myself. Kasi sabi nga nila, learning is a continuing process. At yung S, sinasatisfy ko yung aking sarili, ano yung aking commitment, lahat ng aking commitment. At yung last S, yung sacrifice. Yun yung definition ko ng success.
Ang buhay ay tila isang malaking entrada kung saan kailangan ipakita ang pambihirang kakayanan para umani ng matatamis na pagbati at tropeyong higit pa sa material na bagay ang halaga. Yan ang pinatunayan ng kwento ng buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alborica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio, and I'm Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisors have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we noticed that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company.
Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
All the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a size of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sykes to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayang pag-ibig, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, gulatan ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka masisigil, sa lahat ng lulok, sa sigur at sa lalim mong babang, may ginatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng watawat mo'y talumpay na nagdiligig, tuwing nag-araw na kailan pa may madilig. Lumay ang araw ng walhati pagsika, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag ay makahamit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. That is according to Dale Carnegie. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to 2021 Year-Round Career Development Webinars. Our event for today will surely give us a lot of learning about this function of college and career development. So please sit down, relax, and enjoy the rest of a fruitful afternoon. It is my delight to be your MC this afternoon for this informative seminar. I am Mabel de Lagarde, and I hope you'll find the program we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. So to kick off this afternoon's program, we are pleased to have with us our very own Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, the Assistant to the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services, and also the Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, to deliver the welcome remarks.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Office of the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services, and the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, I would like to welcome each and everyone in this Career Talk. So Career Talks brings hopes and aspirations to all of us, especially to our students, alumni, and industry partners. This Career Talk is one of the elbow room to facilitate assistance to our students and alumni in order to explore the world of industry and employment. Our presence today is a concrete manifestation of being staunch and resilient despite of the present situation. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome our industry partners, students, alumni, and all the participants gracing this event. Kindly stay tuned because I know that you can gain a lot from the expertise of today's speakers. Let us capture the essence of the talks because this may serve as the marketplace of ideas now and in the years ahead. For now, let me greet you once again, a pleasant afternoon and a nice day to all of us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ma'am Oquindo, for the heartwarming welcome remarks. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to please keep your microphones on mute. Welcome remarks. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to please keep your microphones on mute. Welcome remarks. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to okay. All right. Sorry for the technical error that we're encountering. So again, our virtual etiquette. Please keep your microphones on mute. Okay. So for participating in today's webinar, sorry for the technical error that we're encountering. So again, our virtual etiquette. Please keep your microphones on mute. Okay. So for participating in today's webinar, sorry for the technical error that we're encountering. So again, our virtual etiquette. Please keep your microphones on mute. Okay. So for participating in today's webinar, sorry for the technical error that we're encountering. So again, our virtual etiquette. Please keep your microphones on mute. Okay. So for participating in today's webinar, sorry for the technical error that we're encountering. So again, our virtual etiquette. please keep your microphones on mute. Okay? So for participating in today's webinar, sorry for the webinar. All right. Tech check, are we okay? Okay na ba yung audio natin? Wala na bang nagdodoble-doble dyan? Okay. Can I now proceed? Kasi medyo masakit sa tenga kapag proceed ko yun. Okay? So let's now proceed. Okay na tayo. For participating in today's webinar again. For the third time, our webinar has 2 sessions and 2 topics from different industry partners. Attendees will be given the opportunity to ask 1 question and will be entertained during open forum at the end of all sessions. Attendees via Zoom may use the chat box located at the lower part of the screen. Kindly type your name, for this shall serve as our cue for the open forum, okay? So attendees via Zoom or YouTube live stream may send their questions or comments using the comment section, okay? Digital certificate will be released 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct and be given to those who attended, participated, and accomplished the evaluation form given at the end of the session. And last, the link of the evaluation form will be flashed in the comment box during or after the conduct. It will also be posted on our FB page. Just a reminder, the forum will be accessible only 6 hours after the webinar, okay? All right, so to proceed to our program, please do watch the sponsor industry AVP. All right. So we're encountering now difficulties sa internet. Medyo mahina ang connection natin ngayon. One disadvantage of using technology, okay? Okay. So to proceed to our first speaker for today, our first speaker is from a representative of Accenture INC. We all know Accenture is known for its diverse range of service offerings and has 5 main practice areas. This includes strategy, management, digital, technology, and operations consulting. And according to Google, Accenture is consistently ranked as one of the top firms in the world. They are also known to this tagline: Let there be change. Okay? So to discuss to us about the resume and application form writing workshop, let us give a warm welcome to Miss Jem D. Aranas.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes po, loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, let's start. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes po.
Okay. So good afternoon again. I'm Jem and I'll be providing topics for today. So for the start, I'll be talking about introduction to our S2S Academy. And some of which other topics later on will be having a senior interview. And then we'll be talking also about creating your resume. Okay, so for Accenture, we currently have the Succeed to Academy. So this particular tool that we have, it's free and we'll be sharing to you on how you're going to be able to use this one. So Skills to Succeed provides you a different modules that you could use, starting from preparing as learners for your entire journey on finding a career or choosing the right career for you. And also, this tool will be helping you in finding a work and provide you some tips once you already started working. So allow me to show you a sample on how the website will look like. Hold on. I Sorry about that. I can't share the website for some reason. Colleen, can you please provide the link and the code that they can use so they would be able to access the
Yeah, Jem,
link?
I already sent it in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So in that website, I can't share it right now. It's going to get out of my screen, but you'd see there options once you register. There's options to select like finding a job, learning about yourself and other tips that you'd be able to select on. And allow me to um, elaborate that further. So in case that you already find a job on that website, there are also certain tools that you could use. It's free and you can try checking that out after our career talks or during your free time. A link has already been shared and a password that you can use. Okay, so the link is also located below on my slide. So that's https / s2sacademy.ph. Okay, so let's proceed in the next agenda. And in case you have questions about S2S Academy, feel free to put that in the chat box and I'll cover that up on the last portion of this career talk. Okay, so let's talk about acing your interview. So what are the things that you are expected? And of course, preparation is the key in order for you to ace your interview. Now, here are the common questions that the interviewer will ask you. Please take note of this, and it could serve as your guide. And take note of the sample answers as well, in case you'd like to get ideas on how you're going to answer your questions during the interview. So first of which is, can you tell me a bit about yourself? So there are three answers that you could use. So you have a short opening statement ready in your mind. Second is, give a brief overview of your professional skills and expertise. And with asking the interviewer if they'd like you to expand anything. In your experience, for example, if you're still in the second year, you might be using this one once you apply for your on-the-job training, right? So that could be on your third and on your fourth year. So you can cite examples on your experience, or after graduation, it could help you take note of your job on-the-job training experience, your skills, because you'd be able to utilize that one once you find a job. Now, you might ask the interviewer if they still have anything to expand to, establish interaction within you and the interviewer. Next is, why do you want to work for this company? So there are three things that you could do. Next, speak 2 points that you like about the company. Show that you have done your research on other companies that work in the same field. Say why you want to work for this firm over the competitor. Of course, most of the interviewers would ask you how you heard about the company. Do you know about the role that you're applying for? So it's also very important that you research about that company so you could provide an explanation well once you're asked. Third, what are your strengths? So before you attend your interview, you need to do self-assessment. You need to assess the strengths and weaknesses. And in order for you to sell yourself, you need to check what are your abilities or your strengths. And then explain why you're good at it. Give an example of when you've demonstrated this in the past. So you have to be very specific on your trait. Sometimes we provide a general adjective like we're hardworking. Why? How are you hardworking? So you need to elaborate that more. So the interviewer will see that you indeed have these good traits that they're looking for. Okay. Next is you have to prepare for these difficult questions because there are so many applicants out there. So you have a lot of competitors. So you also need to prepare yourself for this type of questions. Can you explain the gaps in your employment? So the answers could be, say why you have not been in work, pick 2 or 3 activities, trainings, or experiences you've had. Explain what you've learned and how it will help you in the future. So in the event that you do not have any experience yet, well, as what I mentioned earlier, you can indicate or use the trainings and seminars that you have attended in school. Some organizations that you have in school, I'm sure you have a lot of organizations. You could utilize that one. What were your responsibilities? And just be very specific that you've just graduated in school and just elaborate more about your on-the-job experience. Or if you're a working student, you could also highlight that one. That could be an asset that you could use during the interviews. And keep your answer short and simple. So that the interviewers could really understand what you're really trying to explain about your gaps in the employment. Now, second, how do you handle criticism? So we have 4 tips for you on how you could respond. So you can start with an opening statement, describe a time when you've received criticism, say how you handled it and what you have learned from it, focus on positive things that came out of this situation. So mostly these are personal experiences that you have encountered either outside school or during at your work. Now, make sure that you provide examples based on your own experience so that it will be easier for you to relate to it and elaborate more if you would be asked further question. It's tendency if we, yes, use information in the internet, if it's not really about ourselves, we might have, difficulties in providing additional information. It's best that it's from you so that whatever the questions being asked is, you'd be able to support it with your answers. Okay. So let's talk about first impressions during interview. So I'll be sharing here a video. Hope you can learn something about this one. Okay. So just to summarize the video that I've shared to you, so it's very important for us to show your best during the interview because you can never go back. Whatever you did during the interview, your answers, how you presented yourself, it's already there. So if you look confident, are your answers convincing to the interviewers? And make sure that all the answers that we provide during the interview are all true and correct because companies conduct background and screenings for each candidate that applied for it. Okay, and also a tip here is to do good whenever you can because you wouldn't know the person that you have encountered with might be your next manager or your final interviewer. All right, so let's proceed on the next slide. So we'll talk about body language, why it's important. So I know right now most of companies already conduct their interviews not just on site or in the office, but they also conduct through a virtual connect like video conferences using Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, etc. So first of it's about the body language when you attend an interview is your posture. So your posture reflects your energy, enthusiasm, and self-control. So it also shows how interested you are and your professionalism to the employer. So you need to stand and sit upright. Slouching does not reflect a positive attitude and will come across as too laid back. Do not cross your arms. This looks insecure and is defensive. Be open and alert. So how you look like, your posture, your movements, the way you sit and the way you stand indicates your current feeling, whether you are ready or you feel nervous or you feel insecure or you feel defensive. So take note of your posture when you face your interviewer. Now, second is eye contact. So when you do eye contact with your interviewer, it shows that you are interested and you have your main full attention. So you can do eye contact, but do not stare. So there's a difference in eye contact or staring at your interviewer. So if you don't feel comfortable using this kind of body language, you can look at the interviewer's nose or it because it also has the same effect. But do not let your eyes wander away from the interviewer, right? So if you do not look or do an eye-to-eye contact to your interviewer, it might appear that it's either you're not attentive or you're not that interested on that interview. Okay, next, handshake. So a handshake is a professional and polite form, and it creates a good impression. So a dry, confident handshake also reflects a strong personality and is what most employers are looking for. So you need to match the strength of the interviewer's handshake. Let them take the lead. So when you do a handshake either at the start of the interview or at the end of the interview, whichever comes first. So it provides that you're setting an impression that you are really, interested to get this job. Okay, so let's talk about hand gestures. So it's okay to use hands when answering questions to show passion and animation. However, there is a risk of overdoing this. So let's just make sure that we don't exaggerate hand gestures or, exaggerate when we are talking. Then try answering interview questions in front of a mirror to help you understand how much you move your hands while talking. So sometimes it's not really avoidable that we feel nervous before attending the interview. So it's best that you prepare, you use your mirror so that you'd see how you answer questions, movement of your mouth, your eye contact, including how you use your hands. Next, smile. So a smile goes a long way. So this shows the interviewer that you are comfortable, confident, and engaged. So this would also encourage the interviewer to smile back at you, making you feel more at ease. Okay, so again, we've covered different body languages, posture, your eye contact, handshake, hand gestures, and of course, smile.
Hi, Jem. Sorry. May sound yung video. We can't hear the sound.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-mm.
Can you hear it now?
No, I think you need to reconnect and tick the tick box on the upper left. Include system sound.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you hear it now?
Wala pa din.
Okay. Sorry about that. Not this one.
Still no sounds.
Still no sounds.
Yeah.
Um, Colleen, can you help me?
Maybe Jem, can we move to another slide? I'll try to download your deck.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about that. So I have technical issues with the audio for this video. So next, we'll talk about the acing your interview, the underwritten rules. Okay. So to summarize what we have, I'll see if we can play the videos later. So we've talked about preparing answers to common and difficult questions. Also, we talk about the importance of preparing questions to ask during an interview. We talk about demonstrating good body language and also list of some useful interview tips. So if you want to learn more about acing your interview, you could always go to our S2S Academy website. So below is the link, and it has also been provided to you. Register so you could start learning and enjoy your journey about or learn more about the career paths that you want to take. You could also use or select for ACER interview training. The access code is 05CRCF. We'll provide this in the chat box later on. Okay, now we've covered acing your interview. Let's proceed in creating your resume. Okay, so what is a resume? So a resume is a 1 to 2 page formal document that lists a job applicant's work experience, education, and skills. It also presents a clear, well-written resume that is your first step to getting an interview for jobs or internships. So what are the things that should be seen in your resume? So of course, first, your personal details. So you should always use your real name for an email address. Second, attach a photo only when asked. Third, if you use a photo, use a studio taken photo or a passport photo quality. All right. Second is your education. So use the chronological order with your most recent education. So that should be from college, high school, and then your primary school. And then highlight any academic achievements. So for example, you've graduated cum laude or summa cum laude, that could, makes it more interesting to your recruiter, because as early as school, you've already been an achiever and a performer. Now, also you can indicate other certificates that you had in school. So if you participated in some seminars and trainings, you could include that there. Now, for your work experience, use the chronological order with your most recent work experience if you have. So write at least 3 bullet points of your day-to-day activities for every job position held. And then include any special recognition or award received in your work. Okay, so that have a summary and provide like an overview on what are your roles and what you do on that specific job. Now, for the training or courses attended, so you should always start with the most recent trainings you have completed. Include only those that are relevant to the work you're applying for. Indicate training courses you have completed that are no more than 5 years. So for example, you have a lot of experience that or trainings that you have attended and you have a certain position that you want to apply for. So for example, for accounting and financial management graduate, you do have the JPMAC organizations and you have trainings, right? Or you have workshops that you attended during school, and the job post that you're applying for is an accounting graduate. So you could include that, any seminars related to that, and so on and so forth. And then take note of this, it should be no more than 5 years. So they're looking at your recent experiences and training. So you need to account that and check if it's still applicable or the recent ones. Now, for your relevant skills and interests, so indicate skills that are relevant to the job you're applying for. Make sure you can talk about your proficiency in a particular skills or interest. So if you specify something there that I'm interested in creating reports or using Excel and so on, since Excel is one of the tools used when you work. So if you would be asked, then you should be able to demonstrate that or explain clearly that you're good at it, or to do macros because you have basic macro subjects when you were in college or you had on the job training, etc. So you can put that there so that it's anything that you put there, you should be able to explain when asked by an interviewer. Okay. Now, last is the character reference. So ensure you have informed the person that you are including him or her as a reference. Provide your character reference a copy of your resume. Make sure that your character reference can talk of your positive attitude or professional competence. So for example, for college students, right, when you graduate, so you might be asking your professors or your deed in being your character reference, or your managers when you finish your on the job training. So make sure that you ask permission from them, because tendency if they will be contacted by the company that you applied for and they can't answer the call or attend to it because of their busy schedule, then you might have a problem with your application because they really need to verify it for you. Okay, so make sure that you have at least 3. Could be your professor or on the job training, or if you are a working student, you can utilize your former employer or manager as your character reference. Okay, so a summary statement could be included in your resume, could be on the last page, but this is optional. So it's sometimes used by employers to get an overview of who you are. Then they use this to decide whether they want to read on, to make sure to include your highlights there. Also, it is very useful when it comes to tailoring your resume for a specific job. You can draw attention to the necessary skills experience you have for that job to make yourself stand out from the rest of the applicants. So, but the statements sometimes vary, so they shouldn't be too long. Few sentences will do. So some people like to add their goals and objectives too. So some of the candidates put there your objectives, what you want to achieve, and your purpose in applying for a certain job, and then your skills and experience. And sometimes some candidates will put some statement on what to expect from that candidate, like to utilize, for example, to be able to utilize my skills, and there's certain skills for the benefit of the company and so on. Okay, so we'll talk about the things that you need to do and what not to do when you create your resume. Okay, so have a specific objective. So keep it simple and short, and then tailor it to a specific job or a specific employer. Advertise your skills, what you currently have. Lead with your most qualifying experience. And then emphasize your accomplishments. Be generous with white space. So make sure that you have proper spacing when you create a resume so it looks neat and organized. So you may use bullets, bold type, capital letters, and underlines to emphasize some information listed in your resume. Check continuity of your history. So make sure that it's in order, because you will be asked by your interviewer what comes first. So you make sure that it is organized from the recent to the oldest employer's dates that you have. And then check at least two other people to review it. Use a good paper. So two heads is better than one or more. So you might have someone look at it, either your parents or your siblings or your friends, who could review your resume. If it's satisfactory to submit to your prospect employers. And of course, use good paper. So that's very important. Things not to do. Okay, do not state the salary. Do not overstate or understate your qualifications. So it should be a balance. Now, don't include the reason for leaving your last job. Then don't use unusual abbreviations or acronyms. Okay, so let's elaborate more about overstating or understating your qualifications. If we overstate our qualifications, you might have tendency of challenges once you're hired, like some of those skills are not really there, or during background check, the position or information you listed there may not be accurate, so you might have, we avoid dishonesty, or integrity must be always practiced, because some companies or Accenture would have the, like a background and screening. So your school and your previous employers will be contacted. So that's why we need to make sure that we don't overstate or our qualifications. Now, in understating, it means that there is a gap in, selling yourself, because if you do not indicate all your skills and your qualifications, the tendency is you might not be considered, or the job offer might not be provided to you because you don't have the skills, but you have the skills. So you make sure that you review the qualifications that you provide to your interviewer. And then for reason for leaving, sometimes for some, it's either personal reason. It's not highly recommended that you state it there in the resume. Anyways, what you need to make sure is just to prepare with the questions that will be asked from you in case you would be asked. But you might prepare about this, because you'd also be asked why you left your last job. Okay, and do not use abbreviations or acronyms, because every company has certain terminologies that they have. So make sure that you know you don't use jargons. Okay. So use words that will be easily understood by your interviewer or your prospect employer. All right. So let's talk about types of resume. So first is the classic student resume. So this is one of the common resume that is being used by candidates. So you see the format. So your name. So what?
Hi, Jem. Sorry, we
Yep.
cannot see your screen.
You can.
Kindly reshare.
Okay. Can you see? Can you see it now?
No.
That one.
There. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for reminding. Okay, so again, this is one of the types of the resume. So you have the classic student resume. So as what I've discussed earlier, the content should have your full name, your real name, personal details, address, phone number, email address, that's there. Then your objectives, qualification summary, then education, and then your relevant coursework. You might want to use this in the event that you'd be applying for the on-the-job training soon. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about techniques. So first is the resume buzzwords. So words that employers actively search for on resumes and application forms. So they usually look at the skills and attributes. So examples of this: communication, leadership, dynamic, etc. So remember, make sure you can back up whatever it is that you've written down. So for communication, this is one of the key traits that the companies are looking for. So it's very important that we practice communication. So communicating internally with your colleagues, with your clients, etc. So which is why this one trait is being looked for by any employers. Now, for the positive words and phrases. So when employers read your resume, you want them to think that of you in a good way. So you can achieve this by adding positive words. So for example, describe how you did something successfully or proactively. Either one of your achievement in school or on your on-the-job training that you remember, highlight it, talk about it, things that what did you learn from it, and how you were able to achieve that particular certain goal that you got there. Okay. Next is, how do you make your resume stand out? I'll try to play the video if it's going. Is there an audio when I play the video, Colleen?
No audio, Jem.
No audio. I have
Mm-mm.
prob
Audio. Hold on. How about that one?
No audio pa din. Ma'am Jane, can you grant me access to share my screen where I can share the deck?
Okay.
Yeah, Ma'am Jane. Hello, Ma'am Jane. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I think you can now share your screen, ma'am.
All right. Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
I'll stop sharing po the screen of of Jem.
Yeah.
So you can share po. Okay na po? Yeah.
Sige po. Can you see my screen now?
Is it about creating your resume, ma'am?
Yep, apa.
Opo, kita na po namin.
Okay.
How to make your resume stand.
Is there a sound
Yes,
po?
ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
How to make your resume stand out. Step 1. Think of your achievements. When writing your resume, think about some of the achievements that you can include to really make it stand out. Paint a picture of how you went above and beyond in personal or professional activities or previous jobs. To help think of your achievements, you can ask yourself some questions like, what did I do above and beyond my normal duties? Was I ever recognized for a job well done? Did I find ways to make processes more efficient? What problems did I solve? Did I consistently meet or exceed goals, and how? Step 2. Quantify your achievements. This means adding facts, figures, and numbers wherever appropriate. For example, instead of saying you created store displays, a better way to say it is created 20 different store displays over 3 months. Step 3. Tie your achievement to a benefit. To make your achievement stand out even more, tie it to how it has benefited your boss or your company. For example, try created 20 different store displays over 3 months, increasing sales by 20%. Hiring managers may receive hundreds of resumes a week. Finding ways to effectively highlight your achievements can bring you one step closer to landing the job.
All right, here we go.
How to make
Okay, thanks, Colleen. So let's summarize again what we discussed. So what a resume is, what to include in your resume, identify different types of resume, and know what to put in each section. Use different techniques to describe your experience, skills, and achievements. So you want to learn more and get a refresher on what we've discussed in creating your resume. Again, I'm recommending to utilize Accenture's s2academy.ph. So we have courses there available on how you can create your resume. You can just select create your resume, and again, the access code is 05CRCF for the registration. Okay, so now we've covered all the topics for today's career talks. Any questions?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the plenty of food for thought, Jam. Okay, students, it's time to answer all your questions regarding our speaker's talk. Is there any? Meron ba? Wala yatang nag-type dito ng tanong nila. How about sa FB page natin? Let's see. Nako po, wala rin pong nagtatanong kahit sa FB natin. I think everything is clear regarding the talk. Wala na po ba talaga? Okay, countdown ako 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wala talaga? Wala? Okay.
We have one question here. One question.
Really? Ayan, may dumabas. Okay, very good.
Okay.
So let's entertain this question. Again ha, yung mga gusto pang humabol na magtanong ha, pwede pa. Okay. From Marga, how many pages are needed for the resume? Is one good enough? Is one page good enough?
Okay, so that's a good question. So it depends on your experience. So if your work experiences could fit on one page, then that's fine, as long as all the important description on your roles and your achievement could be listed in one page, then that's good. Versus creating a lot of pages, like 2 to 3, and it's too lengthy. So it would also have the interviewer will have a difficult time in reading through 3 pages. So 1 or 2 is good, 3 is too many. So you make sure that you summarize your job, the description of the role, because during your interview, you will be able to elaborate that more because there will be follow-up questions that will be done. I hope I answered
Correct.
your questions, Marga.
I also agree with you, Paul.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, nag-thank you na siya. So, ibig sabihin, very
You're
satisfied
welcome.
na po siya sa answer. Thank you so much. Meron pa ba nga hapon? Countdown ulit tayo para baka may lumabas pa. 5, 4, 3,
Ayan, we have
2. Ayan,
one.
may tamo. Lumalabas talaga eh. Okay.
Maybe they're
From
just shy
Janbird.
to
Oo
ask
nga po.
questions. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so how many pages can you include in your resume? What if hindi talaga kasya yung information? And what can you recommend to us when it comes to achievement? And what are recommend fonts?
Fonts.
Yung font,
Ah, usually the fonts that are being used are Arial, Times New Roman, and then the size is 9 to 10. So as long as it's not too bold, not too small, not too large, so it should be balanced. And then the information is i-piggyback ko lang yung sinabi ko kanina. So it should be summarized well. So if you need 2, that's fine, because what the employer is only looking at is your experience, your role, description of that certain role, or how long did you work on that role. Now, you do not need to, elaborate like the entire job description or role, because that's too long. So just make sure that you simplify it. And font, so do not use those italized. So make sure that it's formal. So I recommend using, Arial, Times New Roman, or the Calibri, because it looks neat when you draft your resume. 10 or 11 font size. And also you can search in the internet. There are samples, right? Google is, one of the information that you could get there. There are samples that you could look at. So you can edit the template and utilize our website. There's plenty of tips there if you need more details. Anyway, it's free. And it could give you a lot of, knowledge and new skills. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Jansen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Ayun, may
Ayan,
follow-up question.
Additional, paano po kung wala talagang job experience, lalo na kung fresh graduate ka lang?
I agree. So it's difficult to sell yourself, right? Because you don't have any experience and the other candidates might have experience na. So what I provided as an example is you focus on your on-the-job training, di ba? Of course, you'll have your on-the-job training when you reach 3rd year or 4th year. Way back kasi few years back, we had on-the-job training. When I was 3rd year, usually it's summer. So that lasts 3 to 6 months. Now, you also need to indicate like you are a student body. Like example lang to so not specifically saying na naging student government ka, because those active in school, you have your positions, right? And then some volunteer program. Right? Of course, PUP, I guess you have your community programs, reach out that is being held as a community service. So those type of experiences, really uh if you don't really have any experience. And when asked like why should we hire you pala, you can always hire that, although I don't have any specific experience about the job. Well, you could emphasize that you're willing to learn and you're excited to join the company and utilize whatever you learn from school. And you're very flexible na pwede kang turuan, and you don't have any issues in terms of assigned on a specific job. So it's how you position and how you sell yourself kasi kahit wala tayong graduate. And no worries, with Accenture, we've already hired fresh graduates, and it's an ongoing ongoing recruitment process for us because we're expanding, and hiring fresh graduate is not an issue with us. Okay. Next question.
Okay, next question is
Did
from
I
Aljed.
did I answer your question, Janbert? Is it satisfactory na ba? Or do I need to elaborate? Okay. Is it
Okay,
true?
so
What's
yeah,
that?
is it true that we must not use phrases such as to enhance my skills, to exercise my skills in creating a resume objectives? I heard this advice back in high school. Our teacher said that it sounds like you're just going to use the institution as a practice ground.
It depends on your intent on enhancing your skills and exercising your skills. Based on my experience when I apply, I would really like to improve and develop my skills. So it's not just using the company. The the intent is you need to learn more from that specific skill, and if you have that skill, is I want to improve it, and if there is something that I could learn from it, then I would like to have that. For example, here when I joined Accenture, so I already have skills in managing people. So it's a continuous learning process. So I want to learn more, skills from Accenture or improve my leadership skills. So it wasn't taken against me. So in fact, it was a positive, goal and objective, which is why I got hired. So it really depends on how you elaborate. Anyway, it's not one of the common questions really that is being asked. So it's stated there. So it really depends on how you answer as well your, interview questions. So you'd also be asked, why do you want to join Accenture, for example? So that's an idea that you need to prepare on. Okay. Did did I
Okay.
did I answer the question? Okay.
Okay. Yan. Si Aljed, okay na po daw. Thank you po. Okay. So eto, magandang tapusin natin yung mga tanong nila sa gantong
Okay.
tanong talaga. If we are asked on the interview, how much salary do we expect? What should we say?
Okay. So for example, it depends on your work experience. For example, if you are a fresh graduate, you also need to research, especially if you see job posts, right? In Facebook, LinkedIn, JobStreet, there is certain, salary that is being stated there. Now, if you don't have any experience, you need to align your salary on the current role, because we cannot ask for more if we don't have the capability. For example, the job posting is minimum salary is 15,000. This is just an example, okay? Don't quote me on that. Then you are a fresh graduate with no experience. You would demand for 20,000 or 17,000 or higher than that expected. So the tendency is that it will not come across as a good impression with your recruiter, right? Because you're demanding more and you don't have skill sets. But if you have 3 to 5 experience, for example, you want to apply as a customer representative or a reports analyst, you have 3 to 5 experience, and then you have your previous salary is higher, then you can explain that to the recruitment on the later part, right? So you would learn more if you have a job experience on how to negotiate. It's easier for you to negotiate if you have work experience. For example, in my experience, so I've been working for 14 years. So when I moved to another company, for example, and then I have the skill sets. So I've been doing this work for the past 6 years, or for example, and then is it okay if my salary is like this? Kasi if you have established your career, and then you have achievements, the employer would really chase you. So they would really purchase your skill and would, counter offer your offer from your previous company. So it's more on your achievements. And they would base that on how you sell yourself during assessment, and then the series of interviews. Okay?
Okay.
So you could ask more if you deserve more. Okay.
Okay. Meron pa ba? Thank you
Ayan.
so much again, Jem. So I hope to see you again in our upcoming events. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity and wishing you all luck to your future careers and hope to see you in Accenture and utilize our S2S Academy. Good afternoon,
Yes.
everyone.
Good afternoon and stay safe po, Jem.
Thank you. Stay safe, man.
And Ma'am Dimples, thank you po. Okay, so to continue our program, I will be introducing to you our second speaker for today. Okay, so our last speaker for today is a representative from Ebar Abstracting Company INC. Ebar Abstracting Company INC was established in April 2002 as a primary knowledge process outsourcing company, providing research and analysis, authoring, copy editing, abstracting, indexing, and other content creation activities to leading media, publishing, and information services companies. It primarily serves the international market, and its headquarters and state-of-the-art service delivery center is located in Marikina City, Philippines. To give us insights about career exploration, let us welcome Ms. Shena Marie Filomeno, a representative from Ebar Abstracting Company, INC.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello po. Yes, can you hear me? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Okay. So I'm afraid because it's raining here. Okay. So, okay. Sige, should I share my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me know if you can see it in a full screen.
Yes, ma'am. We can see it na po.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. So as the mentioned, so I am Shena Marie Madlangbayan Filomeno. So I am working as a talent acquisition lead in Ebar Abstracting Company. So our office is located in Makati. So actually, our company this is not the first time that we participated in this kind of event, especially in PUP. So, okay. So what I will be discussing is assess yourself. What are you bringing on your career? So basically, it's about career exploration, and then what you will be doing or what you will be needing in doing or in planning your goal, your future goal. Okay. So basically, first, I would like to say that planning your career ahead of time is not bad. Of course, being prepared is our guide to be successful in the future. So I know that most of you or all of you are, I think, on second year college. I'm not sure, but of course, as early as now, it's very important. If you have an insight or you have an idea about what you will be doing in the near future. Okay. So let's first define the career planning. So lagi nating tong naririnig when a lot of people doing talks or etc. So sorry. So career planning is a deliberate process of who you are so that you can be sure of where you want to grow, or you want to go, or what you want to be at some defined point in the future. So it's just that defining what you are planning to be. Okay, in the future after you graduated college, so saan ako pupunta, ano ba yung kailangan kong gawin? So am I decided of what job I will be doing after graduation? So that's basically the career planning. So we have here the 7 steps of career planning. So the first one is self-assessment. Second is prioritize. Third one is explore work or career option. The fourth one is narrow down the list of your option. And the fifth one is decide or choose the best option. Sixth is consider other factor. And then the last one is set a career goal. So I will be differentiate each of these 7 steps. Okay. So let's go to the self-assessment. So this is knowing and understanding of self better to know if you are in the right job career or want to go to another job. So you just need first, of course, before anything else, you need to assess yourself. Do you really know yourself or do you really want that career. So there are several factors that you need to consider when you are assessing yourself. So the here is the attitude. So this is the way of thinking or feeling for something or someone. Okay, then interest, so state of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. So ano yung as of now, ano ba yung interest mo, saan mo ba gustong mag-excel? Then the next one is personality. So individual differences in characteristics, pattern of thinking, feeling, and behaving. So it is something that your personality or something na saan on how you will react on a specific situation. Then needs require because it's something important and necessary. So as of now ba ano-ano ba yung mga dapat mo i-consider? Like ano ba yung mga important or ano talaga yung kailangan mo when you pursue this kind of career? The next one is values. So fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate attitudes and actions. Then lastly is skills, expertise or talent needed in order to do a job or task. So as early as now, of course, we know or we have an idea na kung ano yung mga skills natin because as we go along the way, so of course we explore or we parang nalalaman natin kung ano-ano yung mga skills na meron tayo wherein that we can use in the future or when we apply for a specific job, of course, we will be using our skills there. So the next one is prioritize. So we should know our priority, di ba? So the first question that comes into our mind is what are your top skills? So since you know your skills, you know yourself. So ano ba yung mga tingin mong let's say saan kang bagay or anong skills ka meron na tingin mo magiging advantage sa'yo near in the future. So the next one is what interests you the most? So saan ka ba pinaka-interesado? Then the next one is what's most important to you? Okay, so you should know or dapat you need to sort out different things when it comes to career planning. Okay, the third one is explore work or career option. So you need to match and align what you want to do on one hand and within the various opportunities on the other. So I have here this is where to explore sa ano-ano ba yung mga kailangan mo ding isalang-alang. So the first one is don't limit yourself to one option. So ika nga dapat meron tayong plan A, plan B, plan C and so on. Of course, we don't need to limit ourselves kung ano lang yung nandyan sa atin. So, dapat marami tayong options. The next one is research options to your degree. Ano-ano ba? Let's say, ang course mo is psychology. So, hindi din naman pwedeng pagiging psychologist or psychometrician yung career. Let's say, you need to research kung saan pa pwede magmamatch yung degree mo sa kung anong trabaho. So, of course, you need to research on that. Then, research options related to your skills and interests, just like what I have mentioned on number 2. You need also to know kung ano ba yung mga options na pwede mong pagpilian when it comes to career planning. Then discover emerging options. So the fifth one is chat employers. As of now, since we are now more on the social media or we are more, the recruiters are now more aggressive or proactive when it comes to looking for or looking for applicants or dun sa mga hinahanap nila, sa mga talents na hinahanap nila. So very helpful na ngayon na if you want, you can chat on employers or you can talk to them and ask them about career tips. Just like this, it's very beneficial to us if we know someone or if we can learn someone from the industry na kung ano-ano na ba yung skills na hinahanap nila, ano na ba yung trend ngayon. So, you can chat on them. It can be Facebook or other social media accounts. So, you can check on that. And then, ask for more information. So, ano-ano ba yung all about, you can ask them about their industry. So, anong industry ba ang mga nasa trend ngayon? So, anong setup? So, and so on. So, you can ask on that. Then, see if you can work shadow someone. So, let's say everything goes fine and then pwede na tayong mag-intern or mag-OJT kumbaga. So it is important we need to take advantage on that. Okay? So that para may idea na tayo on how the real world or how the corporate or paano ka kapag nag-work ka na. course, you need to learn from someone who is already working. So you can get a tips, 'di ba? And then the last one is take advantage of webinars and career fairs. So I think I've been working for 5 years now. So this is one of the best thing that I did during college because napakasipag kong umattend ng mga career fairs and webinars. So if I will be giving you a tip, talaga take advantage of everything just like this. So if your schools are giving you opportunities to attend webinars and career fairs, please do so. Kasi sobrang helpful nito. Kasi syempre hindi lang naman iisang perspective yung maririnig natin. So it can be from different companies, it can be from different professionals so that we can learn from them. Okay? So, narrow down list of your options. So since basically kanina binanggit ko na you need to at least you need to have options and you need to have options when it comes to career planning. So of course you need to narrow down your list. Okay? So if you can list 3 to 5 careers option that is your interest, personality, needs, values, and skills on one hand and the opportunities and limitations on the other. Okay? So for example of career options. So let's say, ito yung mga pwede mong puntahan, pwede mong pilihan if ever. So first one is work in line with your college degree. So yung may kinalaman mismo or straight away yung may kinalaman mismo sa tinapos mo. So you can work in that. And then let's say you don't want to work. So you can pursue graduate school if you want to further your knowledge, if you want to gain more information, knowledge, 'di ba? So you can pursue or you can enroll yourself to a graduate school. The next one is working on a corporate setting. Okay, so you can work on that. Let's say your course is not, let's say, medical related or allied health related na course. So of course, there are a lot of companies now na nag-hire ng mga medical or allied health graduates but working on a corporate setting just like our company. Okay? So, and then the fourth one is own a business. Now that pandemic happened, so a lot of us are doing online businesses. So, or own a business. If you want to be your own boss, if you want to manage your own time, you can do business. Or let's say if you want, you can do business that is related or in line with your degree or with your skills or interests. Okay? So, be a school instructor. So you can do this also. I know a lot of people doing this. So let's say you want to educate people or you want to share your knowledge or experience, you can be, of course, an instructor. So it depends on you. It depends on your options. Then the fifth one is decide or choose the best option. So since you list down 3 to 5 options that you have, so of course you need to choose. What do you think will be the best option for you? Okay, so what are the things that you need to consider? Of course, description of your ideal job. So I know as early as now or first year, second year, or before we took college or a degree, so of course meron na tayong nai-imagine, may na-picture out na tayo na ano ba yung gusto kong gawin or ano ba yung maging trabaho kung anong company, anong setting. So of course, you need to consider those also. And then personal mission statement. So ano ba yung mission and vision mo when you are planning a career? Then of course you need to also consider the job requirements or qualification. If that option or you think that option is if those options yung mga requirements nila and qualification are matched to your skills or to your interests. Okay, so the sixth one is consider other factor. So of course let's say that option that you choose did not work. After how many it did not work, of course this is not the end of the world. Of course this is not the end of your career. Let's just say na you need to get up and then of course start again. Okay, so that's why it's very important na you have another option or you consider other. You are not close to that only options. So what is the current demand for this field? To what qualifications are required to enter the field? So will it require additional training or education? And then how will selecting this option affect you and other in your life? So those are the things or those are the questions that you need to consider when you are considering other career or other factors. Okay, so So you should consider factors beyond personal preferences, gather advice from friends, colleagues, and family members. Consider potential outcomes and barriers for each of your final options. Let's say your first plan did not work. Okay, so it is very important, or it's also good for us to ask someone, or to ask some advices from those people na may experience na, like it can be our friends, colleagues, or dun yung sa mga kilala natin na tingin natin na it will be helpful to us if we can hear them advices. Okay? So the last one is set a career goal. So now that you have identified your career options, so you need to develop an action plan to implement this decision. Okay? So identify specific time-bound goals and step to accomplish your plan. So it can be short-term, so to be achieved in a short period of time, let's say 3 months, 5 months, 1 year or less. And then long-term goals, it can be achieved to 5 years and up, of course. Okay? So, and then, ito, set SMART goals. Ano nga ba yung SMART? Okay? The first one is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay? So, lagi natin itong naririnig na our goal should be, sorry, SMART. Okay? For this specific, identify your goals clearly and specifically. Okay? So, dapat as early or if you already done with planning, so dapat sure ka na dun sa gusto mong or sa goal mo. And then measurable, so dapat it can be measurable into to determine kung ano yung progress and accomplishment na magagawa mo dun sa goal mo. And then attainable, of course, at least 50% or 60% sure ka na ma-achieve mo yung goal na yon. And then relevant, of course, goal is important to you. So tingin mo talagang yun yung gusto mo, and it will be helpful to you if you pursue that goal. And then of course, time bound. Hanggang kailan mo ba gustong yung process, or hanggang kailan mo ba gusto na i-pursue yung goal na yon. Okay? So you need to commit to a specific time frame. Okay? Okay. So now I will be discussing to you the 4 types of career path. Okay? Ano-ano nga ba yung career path na pwede nating i-pursue? The first one is of course job. Then the next one is business, and then knowledge oriented, and then skill oriented. Okay? So that's the 4 types of career path. So the first one, okay, so let's go to knowledge professionals. So this is the professionals who contribute to others' business through their knowledge and time. Okay, with regards to problem solving, advising, or soft product creation. So yeah, common knowledge professionals include anything that involves the computer. So ito daw yung mga professionals na nag-work sa isang institution or sa isang or connected sa isang enterprise. So, ano bang example niya? It can be architects, computer engineers, web designers, data scientists, management consultants, IT professionals, and or marketing professionals. Okay, those are the examples of knowledge oriented or knowledge professionals. So, ito naman yung skilled professionals. So, this is more the physical skills na may labor, or it can be welding, plumbing, mechanic, or etc. So this is the career paths to those that are very hands-on, providing a service or physical product, and are often paid by hour. So they have involved some skills and can also be paid on a freelance basis or a per job basis for odd jobs. So ito skilled naman, unlike before. So knowledge kung ano yung pinoproduce ng service, pero ito physically na mismo. Example na is chefs, sportsmen, repair, technician, gardeners, mechanics or plumbers, artists, performers, or construction worker. Okay? Okay. So let's say you don't want to work with others, or you don't want to be connected with other companies. So baka this is for you, business or entrepreneurship. Okay? So this involves being your own boss or a business. Okay, in which you can set up your own venture or enterprise. So the business is something that adds value to the customer, in the form of trading, selling a new product or services. Okay? So katulad kanina nabanggit ko, na napakadami ngayong, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, na napakadami na ngayon nagsisell or nagbi-business because they think na it perfects for them na they don't, they can manage their own time or they can be their own boss. So napakadami nagpo-pursue ngayon ng business. So if you're going down this path, you will need some capital, and that means to create a product or service so that you can set up the business. So you will also need a diverse set of skills, such as hiring the diverse people who will make your team, creating a supply chain or customer base. Okay? So ito, sinama ko to, it's the independent freelancer kasi ngayong pandemic and even us in Ebar, we are offering freelancers. So ngayon napakadami nating naririnig ngayon ng mga freelance job or nasa bahay ka lang na you don't need to work in the office and then hawak mo yung sarili mong oras. So it's another type of business. If it is another type of business, and then it sells a service or skills. So in this, you have a basic set of skills or knowledge, but you become independent and sell it as a freelancer. So if you are not tied to a corporate, then you are just an independent freelancers. So for example nito is of course the accountants, photographers, web developers, or artists. So freelancers include anyone who is not bound to an enterprise and is self-employed. Okay? Okay. So now, so these are the barriers to goal and plan. So ano ba yung mga bagay mga bagay na makakasira or makakapagpabagal para ma-reach mo yung goal mo? It can be self-imposed or psychological. Okay? So the first one is negative self-image. So ito, let's say hindi ka tiwala sa sarili mo, it can affect your career planning or your or achieving your goal. And then negative attitude. So, for example, is bitterness or selfishness, and then rebellion, and then crab mentality. So, of course, lalo na ngayon, syempre, alam natin na maraming tao or marami ngayong ganitong tao na tingin natin na it will be very hard for them to achieve their goals because, of course, they are trying or they are doing uh, crab mentality. Okay? Negative emotion. So it can be in a form of fear or anxiety. So it can be a barrier also. Then victim mentality. So feeling incapacity, yung parang hindi natin alam yung gagawin or we tend to hesitate about our skills. So yan. So and then intrapersonal conflicts. So intrapersonal conflicts is torn between two or more values. Then personality traits. So pagiging indecisiveness or pagiging aggressive or pagiging competitive masyado or yung sobrang competitive ka kasi syempre sabi nga nila masama yung sobra. So okay lang maging competitive pero wag lang sobra. So, and then habits. Of course, dito, ang dami nito, lalo na sa tayong mga estudyante, procrastination and then cramming. So, it's not good. So, we, as early as now, we should exercise na hindi tayo mag-cram sa mga bagay na kailangan natin i-achieve. And then the next or the last one is negative thoughts against other people. So, ito kung meron tayong biases and prejudice, so it can affect our career plan or goal in the future. Okay? So tips, this is my tips for you as if you want to start or if you want to start building your career or your goal plan. Okay? The first one is keep an ongoing file of all your accomplishments. So during habang college tayo, of course we achieve something as time goes by, habang nag-aaral tayo, we are achieving something. So you just need to compile it and then we can use it near in the future if we want to pursue or if you want to apply for a specific job, we can use that. And then be prepared for any contingency by maintaining an updated updated resume. So as early as now, you can do your own resume na, and then para kapag mag-work ka na, update na lang tayo ng update. 'Di ba? At least prepared tayo If you want after graduation, you can work na right away. So it depends on you. Then sharpen your communication skills. So this is very important. So as early as now, if if you want, you can read books, and then you can listen podcasts. So it depends on you on how are you going to enhance your communication skill. Build a network. So this is also important as early as now. Become indispensable or close to it. Then professional education and self-development are never ending. So this is true. Even professionals, even working of how many years into corporate world, of course, every day is a learning. Every day we learn something, or we are surprised by something. So very important na dinadagdagan natin yung alam natin. Kasi hindi lang dapat na kung ano lang tinapos natin, yun lang yung alam natin. Of course, that's very important. Okay, so again, if you have time or if you have an opportunity, you can attend seminars, webinars, etc. Okay, prepare for an alternative career. So as what I have mentioned earlier, so work on being pleasant and courteous. So syempre, lagi kong sinasabi sa mga fresh grad na na-encounter ko at sa mga students na nakakausap ko na attitude over skills. So we tend to at least choose a people na maganda or okay yung attitude nila, kasi ang skills is naituturo. Okay, naituturo yan. Unlike sa attitude, 'di ba? It gives us a negative impression to that person if hindi sa una pa lang hindi na maganda yung attitude niya. So it's very important. Okay? So again, so the purpose of life after all is to live, to eat, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. So that's from Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, so I hope that you learned something from me. So if ever you can reach us, where can you reach us? Let's say you are interested to work with us, or you want to ask for a career advice. So you can reach us. I'm not sure kung familiar yung mga students ngayon kay Jobs 180. So we have a Jobs 180 account. It's jobs180.com/inodata. And then if we have 3 facilities here in the Philippines. We have Mandaue, Cebu, Legazpi, Albay, and here in Manila. So if you are interested to pursue your career in Mandaue, we have a Facebook page. It's Inodata HR Recruitment Mandaue. If you want to explore here in Manila, it's Ebar Abstracting Company Inc. Careers. And then lastly, if you want to pursue your career in Legazpi, Albay, it's Inodata Legazpi. So you can email us at hr-manila@inodata.com, and then you can email me personally at smadlangbayan@inodata.com. Okay? So thank you very much.
All right. On behalf of everyone here today, thank you, Ms. Shena, for taking the time to speak to us on the very important topic of career exploration. Thank you, ma'am. So now is the time again, students, to answer all your questions regarding Ms. Shena's talk. Meron ba? Ayan. So kung makikita nyo sa screen, siya po yung chief ng career placement. Okay. Hello, Ma'am Jane. Ayan, mayroon na yatang lumabas sa tanong. Ay, wala pala. E-certificate pala ito. Okay. So, lumabas sa ating chat box, comment box natin, not the question, but the link for your evaluation for you to receive your e-certificate. Okay? Pero, gusto kong makita sa chat box kung meron bang tanong. Meron ba? Nako, wala na naman sila. Siguro, Miss Shena, kailangan ko na naman mag-countdown. Baka may lumabas na tanong pag nag-countdown ako. Just like kanina. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, wala talagang tanong. Okay, ganun kaklaro, Miss Shena. How about sa ating Facebook Live? Meron ba tayo doon? Let's check. Let's check kung may question doon sa ating FB. Okay. Checking? Wala rin, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you po. Okay. So I once again would like to thank all the speakers for such a wonderful talk and hope to get a chance to hear such talks from you in the future also. Okay? Thank you, Ms. Shena. You keep safe po. Now, may I call on Assistant Professor Jane S. Pulma, the Chief of Career Placement, for the closing remarks.
Okay, ma'am. Naririnig na ba ako?
Loud and clear, ma'am.
Okay. So our honorable guests are industry partners from Ebar Philippines and Accenture Philippines. I would like to thank you for taking your time and gracing this event. So this activity would not be possible without your help and without your support. As the alumni relation providing information on opportunities and other services to assist the student and alumni to achieve a good position in the industry or employment market, and in the process of developing and maintaining their career. I would like to thank you for participating on this event. So in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, thank you and gozaimashita.
Thank you, Miss Jane. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our afternoon. On behalf of Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join us here this afternoon. It's been our pleasure to host this event, and I hope you will put into practice the lessons from this event. Once again, I'm Mabel Lagarde, your MC, signing off. Goodbye, everyone.
Maiwan muna kayo.
Uy! Nandito na pala sila! Hi guys! Magandang araw mga schoolmates! Nandito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Jello.
Lahat ng in, lahat ng hit, lahat ng trendy. Ako naman si Mary Rose.
At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ako naman si LA. At ito ang PUP TV. Pinakausapan sa pamantasan. Guys, wala ba kayong napapansin? Wala. Wala si Kesa! Ano? Pero bukod doon, hindi nyo ba nararamdaman na per months na? Ano? At ilang tulog na lang, malapit na magpasko, di ba? Tama!
At ipagdiriwang na natin ngayong October ang anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan.
Tama! Pero alam niyo ba kung kailan eksaktong ipinagdiriwang ang founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan? Ngayong first week of October.
Sabi ko na sa iyo eh. Talaga namang nakaka nakaka-proud ang maging isang PUP-an, di ba?
Oo naman, kasi bukod sa tayo ang may pinakamababang tuition fee dito sa buong Pilipinas, tayo din ang kauna-unahang Polytechnic University sa buong bansa.
Eh, teka lang. Ilang taon na nga ba ang PUP?
Ay, alam mo, makikita yan sa logo natin eh. Di ba nakalagay doon, PUP 1904. So, kung 2013 na ngayon at 1904 tinatagang PUP, 109th founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan. Oo nga, at speaking of logo, alam niyo ba kung ano ang kwento at kasaysayan kung paano na po ang kulay Golden Star at ang kulay maroon sa paligid nito? Paano nga ba? Pwes, yan ang ating alamin dito sa ating episode ng PUP logo dito sa Anghit. Alam niyo ba na ang logo ay ginagamit bilang pagkakilala ng isang establishmento, gusali, paaralan o anumang samahan? Ang bawat logo ay may kanya-kanya kahulugan at simbolo. Pero ano nga ba ang simbolo sa likod ng logo ng ating sitang paaralan? Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang kahulugan at kwento sa likod ng ating logo dito sa Anghit featuring PUP logo.
Hindi ko pa alam.
Ano ba yung logo?
Nakalimutan ko eh.
Sinisimbolo yung PUP. Hindi ko alam eh.
May simbolo sa katatagan ng ating universidad. Excellence.
Excellent yung PUP. Parang yung symbol yun ng ano, yun sa humanity.
Yung bilog daw. Infinite wisdom. Star stands for the perfection of human person as well as the search for truth. PUP logo, yun yung dream namin. Kailangan namin maabot, mag-graduate namin dito.
Dates back to the conceptualization of this logo, simplified adoption from Leonardo da Vinci's famous drawing, the proportions of the human figure. At that time, I was the executive assistant of Dr. Nemesio Ebar. He was the one who conceptualized it.
Ang hugis between ng ating logo ay isinunod mula sa tanyag na likha ni Leonardo da Vinci na The Proportions of Human Figure o mas kilala sa tawag na Vitruvian Man. Ang katawagang Vitruvian ay hinango mula kay Vitruvius, isang arkitektong Romano noong 100 AD.
In our logo, the golden section is, of course, the center of the 5 concentric circles, zeroing in on the midpoint of the PUP star logo.
Ang tinatawag na golden section sa between ng ating logo ay siyang sentro ng 5 bilog. Ang 5 bilog na ito ang tinatawag na 5 concentric circles na nangangahulugan ng integrity, ingenuity, industry, intelligence, at internationalism ng PUP bilang isang pamantasan.
This logo serves as a constant reminder to all